What if I told you that the people who completely transform their lives almost never make one big decision? Psychologists have spent decades trying to understand why some people change permanently, while others try again and again, and always end up back where they started. And the answer has almost nothing to do with willpower, motivation, or discipline. It comes down to something so small, most people dismiss it completely. Daniel was 31 years old, and for the last 6 years, he had started the new version of himself at least once every January. A strict diet, a 5-day gym plan, an hour of reading every night. Every time, the plan looked perfect on paper. And every time, by the second or third week, life got in the way. And the whole plan quietly fell apart. Daniel didn't think of himself as lazy. He worked hard at his job. He just seemed unable to keep promises to himself. One evening, exhausted and frustrated after skipping the gym for the 11th day in a row, Daniel made a decision that felt almost embarrassing in how small it was. He would not commit to a 1-hour workout anymore. Instead, he committed to something absurdly easy: 2 push-ups a day. Not 2 sets, 2 push-ups. His friends laughed when he mentioned it. It sounded like a joke. But Daniel kept his promise, because a promise that small was almost impossible to break, even on his worst days. Within 2 weeks, 2 push-ups had quietly become 10. Within 2 months, 10 had become a short daily routine. Within a year, that joke of a habit had turned into a body, a mindset, and a level of consistency Daniel had never reached before. Every habit runs on a simple loop, a cue that triggers the behavior, a routine that follows it, and a reward that reinforces it. The more this loop repeats, the more automatic the behavior becomes, until it barely requires conscious effort at all. Big goals fail a different way. They rely heavily on willpower, and willpower behaves less like a permanent trait and more like an energy that fluctuates with stress, sleep, and mood. Small habits sidestep this problem almost entirely. 2 push-ups require so little willpower that they survive stressful days, tired days, and bad moods. The exact days when bigger plans usually collapse. And every time the small habit survives a hard day, it quietly reinforces something deeper than the habit itself: a person's identity. Daniel didn't just start exercising. Over time, he started becoming someone who shows up. Believing that missing one day ruins everything is one of the most common traps. Continuity matters more than intensity. Waiting to feel ready is another. Motivation usually follows action, not the other way around. Setting the bar too high can quietly trigger avoidance. Shrink the first step until it feels almost too easy to skip. And invisible progress makes people quit early. Track the action, not just the result. Your environment shapes behavior more than intention does. Make the good habit the easiest option available. Identity matters too. Let small actions slowly rewrite who you believe you are. Accountability adds quiet pressure to continue. Share the habit with just one other person, and never underestimate small numbers. The brain struggles to see compounding, which is exactly why tiny repeated actions are so easy to dismiss and so powerful over time. So maybe the people who transform their lives never really made one big decision after all. They made one small one. Then they repeated it. On the tired days, the busy days, the days that didn't feel special at all. Until, without noticing exactly when, that small decision stopped feeling small and started looking like a completely different life. The next time your goal feels too far away, ask yourself a different question. Not, how do I do this perfectly? But, what is the smallest version of this I could do today, even on my worst day? If this way of thinking was useful to you, consider subscribing. This channel explores the psychology behind how people really change. One honest idea at a time,